Hello.
Bonjour. We are live.
Yep.
I always do that, don't I? I always go, we are live. It's like, yeah.
I think you do. Yeah.
That's my thing. That's going to be my thing. I'm like, hey, we are live.
Okay, cool. I'm with it.
It's been a while since we've done one of these wee videos, hasn't it?
That's true. Also, I just realized that you're Andrew today. Do you see that?
We are the same, one and the same. That's where it's got to, the point that it's got to.
Great.
He's got a lot more hair than me.
It's very true.
So should I dive into why we are here today?
Absolutely. Please do.
All right. I've got to apologize for my camera setup. So I'm going to go on a brief explanation here. I've got a new computer, and my old one was a MacBook with the camera right at eye level, and now I've got to use a webcam, and I've still not figured out where it needs to be to look human. So I'm looking at my screen, but it looks like I'm just not engaging. So I apologize for that for now.
Beautiful.
Please say that it's okay.
I mean, it's
It's not okay, is it?
You look like an angel.
I look like a what?
An angel.
An angel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got the Jorge thing going on.
Yeah, you too. Not that anyone knows what that means, but
well,
all right.
Jorge always has a light of truth behind him, and now I've got the light of truth as well.
Yeah.
So we are here to talk about track submission. Because it's changing. It's a changing, folks. We're going to a different type of format. So everyone knows at the minute you get a track submitted to you directly as a human being and as a curator, and we all know that artists tend to get it wrong most of the time. Though lately they've been getting it better, so that's been good. But we figured it was about time to maybe shake things up, make it easier for the people submitting music, and that's what we've done.
Yeah.
So yeah, come on, some hype. So I'm just going to dive right in and do a demonstration of what this looks like, and then everyone can get a feel for how it's going to be changing up, and hopefully understand why this is such an amazing thing for all of us, and hopefully makes life a lot easier for all of us in our curation businesses as we go about the business of curation. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
It's going to go all wacky. I love that. Into the Hall of Mirrors. Anyway, here is the new track submission form. Are we ready? Can you give me a drum roll?
Sure.
Hey! And it's really frustrating because now I can't see you because I'm sharing the screen. So that's just Restream being professionally great. But just keep giving me some audio cues so I know that you're still there and you're not falling asleep.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So I'm going to take the role of a artist who just landed on the track submission page and is now going through the business of exploring what Music 2 is putting in place for them. So track name is I Love Jazz by the artist McJazzy Beats the second. Okay. I'm just going to use a default link that's dropped in here. I'm going to fill the whole form in just so that people can see what it's going to look like inside a circle. So the website is music2.com. How some artists do that as well. They actually put music2.com as their website. It's like, oh, I think it is. And then we'll do music2 label as well. So the first thing, this is more just for the purposes of the internal team. No, it's not actually. This is actually useful for everybody. So if they've got an image that they want to let us use, then and they click yes, then it'll give them the option to upload it, and then we'll have that so that you can use it in track write-ups and stuff. But then again, maybe they never need to use that. So anyway, the option's there. We'll worry about whether that's important later. And the name of this artist is Albury. Nice name. And the email is the default email that I stole from Andrew. And then let's just say they're an artist. So this first section is all about just getting the broad overview of like who the artist is and like, you know, the basics. And then the next bit is all about them defining their track in terms of predefined prompts, basically. So we can get a feel for what it is they were going for, gives them some room to kind of explore prompts, basically, because this bit, and I know this as an artist, is really difficult to try and describe your track without some predefined points to explore. So that's what we've got going on here. And this is where the magic really happens. What genre did I say this was?
Oh man, I don't actually remember.
I think it's jazz. Yeah, it's
No, yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
jazz.
jazzy.
How could you forget?
Someone wants to
McJazzy.
use that. What?
Said McJazzy the second. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
guess he's second, so he's
Well,
easily
he's followed in
forgotten.
his father's footsteps. But Jazzy the first. Anyway, so the great Timothy is doing some work at the minute in terms of what subgenres we want to be going for, because we want to give artists a little bit more nuance. The feature here is that if you, this is an example, if an artist selects alternative, then it pops out this option to select some alternative genres, subgenres, and we'll have that for all of them eventually, but that's just an example of what that can do. And let's go back to jazz. And then this is stuff I've just taken from Spotify for Artists now as a basic prompt. You know, choose your music cultures, choose some moods, choose the instruments that we use to make it, and then like, is it a cover, is it a remix, is it instrumental, where was it recorded? So just some like prompts to give the artist a little bit of guidance in terms of describing their track. And then, are we ready to go to the next page?
I hope so.
I hope so too. And then the final bit is the more what we've learned from the alpha about giving people a bit of freedom to describe, like in their own words, what it is they're submitting. Because it can, I found this again, like using things like Submit Hub, that you always feel like, is my house a track? Is my track a house track? I don't even know. I think it is, but I could be wrong. So this is the option here to just explain to the curators, this is what I was going for, this is what I think it is, this is what I understand my track to be. And it gives them that free form, opens the field for them to just like say their piece, basically. In which case this artist is saying jazz is in my legs.
Right, so if they don't follow a genre, they can diversify from here.
Yeah, and we've given like the prompt that's saying like, you know, tell us what motivated you to make the track, what inspired you, what you think makes it unique. We might have to, I think this is going to have to be a bit bigger. But yeah, unless you've got your magnifying glass. All of them. And is there anything else you want us to know? And I always put this yes, just because some artists actually do just say yes. So that's the submission bit done. So, you know, what would be on your mind, Maria, at this point in terms of, where has this submission gone?
I mean, I don't know. I'm curious. Where has it gone?
You're curious, indeed. Are you curious in circles?
Always.
I couldn't think of anything funny to say there, or ever. There we go.
Am in circles. That's a great description of my mind. Right.
So nobody needs to worry about this. This is just me doing Grizzly backend stuff. Oh God, what the hell was that? Grizzly back and stuff. Never say that again. Anyway, now we're in jazz, and you see that this submission has been created as a post inside of Circle, and that is where they all will live now. And it's come through. You can listen to the link. You can go to the website. You'll see how the post has been created as the track name and the artist name. Got
Very
social
nice.
channel. I'm not even waiting for things to load. I'm just like opening it and closing it again. And
Mhm.
obviously, if I'd have selected some moods, then that would have come through. I should have done that because I was supposed to be doing a proper demo, but here I am. So this basically creates a post inside a circle that you as a curator can say, hey, yo, put me on the jazz and the disco and the rock and hi, Andrew, bye, Andrew, and the indie. And then anytime a track comes in, you'll be able to look and see what's been posted, and then that's where you'll be getting your submissions from. So I'm going to stop sharing and come back to Maria, and we're gonna. What are your thoughts? Tell me what you think.
I find it really exciting because of the efficiency of it, and just kind of like the streamlining, and it's really exciting for me to be able to like see you finally find a really beautiful and simple process to take people through, ideally. Um, yeah, I also really like the way it looks coming into Circle. Like that form is super clean and I don't know, it's really exciting for it all to work. Like, I had pictured Circle being able to, like, kind of navigate things that way, but I didn't know how it would work out, and I how are you feeling about the way it's working through Circle and all of that?
When it works, it's beautiful. I've been panicking a little bit that the zaps haven't been triggering, but that is for me to worry about. But when it does work like that, it is really nice. It's the
Mhm.
idea that the artist can just submit the track once to all of us, and then because I know from speaking to a lot of curators that they do worry that have I just like ignored or rejected a track that another curator would have really liked.
Yes.
So it eliminates that, I think, because it just comes to all of us.
Yeah, I like the once again, like, just opening everything up. So, yeah, we have all these different, pathways, but they're all, you know, guided. They're guided pathways, and which is exciting. Love being guided.
Well, that's the thing, in it. It's like nice, simple, but clear. Like, you know, to use the gardening analogy, it's the is it a trestle? Like the line thing that plants can grow up, but they'll grow up in all kinds of different directions, but it gives them somewhere to grow up.
Yes, yes, yeah, you had the right word. Trestle? Is it trestle or
You
trestle?
should
Or
know this.
no, that doesn't feel right. I'm blanking.
Oh no, put you on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what we're
Trellis?
doing.
Trellis.
Trellis.
I think I feel like trellis is the word,
All right, we'll go with trellis. It's a cool
but
word
anyway,
anyway. So,
yeah.
but the thing that you saw at the top of each of the space groups is the wait, no, that's at the top of each of the spaces, because it's a space group where all the spaces sit. I'm getting the terminology mixed up, but at the top of every space, you'll see that Jorge's put a collaborative playlist that sits at the top, and the idea of that is that if you are browsing through and you find a submission that you really like, you open it obviously in Spotify because you're listening to it, and then you add it to that collaborative list to sort of signpost to the other curators in that group. I really like this song. You should all listen to it too.
Yeah, okay. I love that. I love that a lot. Yeah, so currently, I mean, we saw all of those track subs. None of you can see that right now, but it's all there, and that's what you'll be added to eventually, depending on what
So
you. So they get the how does that work? How are they? given the choice to join?
I think for now, it's literally just going to be a case of once this is in, you send in an email to um, one of us. I don't know who that will be, and saying, "Can you put me on, these genres?" And then they'll be the only ones that show up in track submission for you. You
Right.
won't see the rest. So it'll be nice and clean. It won't be like unless you say put me on all of them, then you won't have
That's
all of
the
this.
but, there's the drop down. You can always, click in and out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, twirl it. So we'll probably have to figure out what that process is going to be for getting it to the central team, which genres you want to be associated with. But the beautiful thing about this now is that you'll start getting track submissions for all the genres that you like instead of just the main genre that your playlist is built around. So you'll be getting loads of different musical input now, and it's going to be really cool. I'm excited to start getting some metal submissions and stuff because I'm really into metal at the minute.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I know
Wow.
it might be a shock to you, but I really like metal. I said it.
Shock.
I said it. I said what I said, and I stand by it.
I think it'd be more shocking if people knew I was creating a metal playlist right now, or not, but it's
Indeed,
shocking to me.
it's shocking to
And it's
me.
so well.
I want to see this metal playlist. I've not heard it yet.
You're gonna hear it when everybody else hears it.
All right, fine. Thought we were friends, but maybe not.
It's more exciting that way. Right, well, is there anything else that you had to say about the track submissions, Matt?
I was going to say, do you think there's going to be any questions off the top of your head that we might be able to answer for people right here, right now, right here,
Hmm.
right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. I'm going to keep doing this till you say something. Right here, right now.
It was just the question I asked you, which was like, how are they going to ask which ones to be associated with? When do we have? Can that happen now? Can someone reach out to you or like, are you gonna make that available? When is that gonna be made available?
Well, I think by the time people see this, because it'll be going out in the email and we'll post it, like it should all be ready for people to
Okay.
get stuck into. The beautiful thing is,
Which
it like you can say like 2 years from now, can I go on to the metal one? Because like Mussy actually has just very recently started listening to loads of rock and metal and stuff. So people might have these, crazy music changes and they want to start listening to something totally outside of their usual comfort zone. Once you get added to that space, all the track subs will still be there. You can just scroll back through years and years worth of submissions and see what was getting submitted 2 years ago.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
no timer on it. I think it's just there forever. It's all evergreen. It just sits there, depending on whether Circle can handle. We've spoke
Right, I
about
was
this.
gonna say the capacity, right? But yeah, I think ideally we'd wanna have access to as many as we can, for as long as we can.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So basically, the big change then, the big take home is that like you won't be, well, will you? Because we've got this discussion as well. But the way that you will get your track submissions now will be by you going into Circle and actively looking for them. They're not going to be coming to your inbox anymore. Maybe we don't know if we're getting rid of track subforms off individual playlists yet, but if we do, then the only way you'll get a track submission now will be going in Circle deliberately and looking to find what's been posted there. So I think I think it's a better way to do it. It means that you do it in your own time when you've got the time to go and browse through track submissions. Because
Mhm.
I know sometimes when I get a track submission and I'm in the middle of something, I feel kind of bad because I'm like, I'm not going to listen to that right now and I might forget. And it could be
Yeah,
a great song. But at least this way, you go in when you've got the time and you dedicate time to it.
right, you have to be intentional with it, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I haven't submitted anything or had somewhere for someone to submit for a while, but I'm looking forward to having that option again. It's so fun.
Mhm. I love these new things that we've got, like, there's all this change, it's very exciting.
Yeah, it always feels good for me at least. I don't know how everyone else feels about change. It's great though. Embrace it.
I like change too. So there's 2 of us that are all in on change. Hashtag change. Hashtag music too. Hashtag end stream.
Yes. Hashtag
Uh,
yes. Sorry.
are we okay? So I've said all I want to say. And are you happy too?
Yeah, just, circle will be changing as well in the next week or so. So be looking out for that. And I'm really looking forward to it. Um, and yeah, just spending more time with you beautiful humans. That's really what we're trying to get to. That's like been the goal, at least for me. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna spend the day listening to music and talking to all of you. Yep.
I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need a cup of tea, so that's probably what I'm gonna do.
I also need a cup of tea. Yeah.
Then it's time for tea. So I'm gonna
You
say
guys.
bye,
Okay.
everybody. I don't know where to look. This is the thing that's putting me off is this webcam. I'm like, I don't know where I am.
That's okay. You don't need to be anywhere now.
Okay,
You're
well, I'm gonna say kind regards, thanks and regards.
much love. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Enjoy your days. I'm gonna end the stream, and then it's gonna do the thing where I end